Now, for the television category, sponsored by the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. This award is given for an outstanding programme, either standalone or from a series which deals with current affairs and issues in the developing world. Let's have a look at the nominees.
Orphans of the Sahara, Return.
The Tuareg rely on animals and pasture to survive. Totally dependent on rain. But climate change is making their desert drier and more lifeless each year. Gaddafi's Libya opened its borders and job market to them, enabling people to rebuild herds wiped out by decades of drought.
Libya, Niger, سنة صارت أغنى قناة ورز جرير بعد يفرد دعارة يلا غالي ورك الله سوى لسي عار الله جرقا أقلا يقلم.
Dispatches, North Korea, Life Inside the Secret State.
The famine, which killed more than 1 million North Koreans in the 1990s, has ended. But today, the UN estimates that more than half of North Koreans are still chronically deprived of food. The food distribution system has broken down as corrupt officials restrict supplies. Over the past 3 years, Giro's undercover agents have filmed orphaned street kids gathering in the markets begging for money and on the lookout for scraps of food.
Dispatches, Children on the Front Line.
During the worst of the fighting, some 200,000 residents deserted the city. But there are some who have decided to stay and fight. For them, life must go on.
ماتت وقد ضربوا القذيفة بهذاك البيت ماتت موت ماتت ورجعت عشت واحد ضربه الصواريخ عليه بالحجر انفجر طرش الشظايا عمو مثلا نخلص قد بقينا هيك.
Well, in a year in which international news has been absolutely dominated by Syria, the judges felt that the nominees highlighted a less reported aspect of conflict in the developing world. Ordinary people adapting to war as part of their daily lives. To present the award, please welcome Director of Communications at the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, Jonathan Charles.
John, thank you very much. And when you see those films, you realise what a privilege it is for us to be able to sponsor this award, and not just the 3 finalists, but all the films that we watched and judged as a panel were truly moving. We learned a lot about stories, old and new. At the EBRD, we sponsor this award because we believe in media freedom in the countries that we're helping to change economically and politically on behalf of the international community, in a huge swathe of area from Mongolia right on the Chinese border through to Morocco on the Atlantic Ocean. But we do it for another reason as well, and that is it is very important to encourage journalists to cover development. It's important that they do stories about what is going right in development so that countries can do more of it, but also what is going wrong so that countries can stop developing in that way. And sometimes it's only the media, the external media, that can do that and bring these stories to light. So tonight, it's a privilege to be here, to be opening this envelope for the Television Award, and the winner was a fantastic film, Dispatches, Children on the Front Line.
Wow, I'm so thrilled about this. Thank you to the judges, and well, what a privilege to win an award against such excellent competition too. I'm sad also because Marcel Mettelschiefen, who shot that film, made friends with that little girl and her sisters, is in Venezuela and can't be here because he should be making this speech, not me. But he and Anthony together deserve the creative credit for what I think is a unique account of life in Aleppo, which is not an easy place to work in, film in, and definitely not an easy place to grow up as a child. The three little girls, the youngest of whom you saw there, are unbelievable, resilient children who just inspired us on tape and Marcel in real life, obviously. And I think children are often presented as just victims in adult war. And I think this film's finest achievement is to give them a proper voice and let them speak for themselves.
I just want to say thanks to, obviously, Marcel for going out there and risking his life, and also for Channel 4 for being so supportive, and kind of just basically having the faith, whilst it was quite a roller coaster for us all. Obviously, it's a very dangerous place. But also to the kind of unsung heroes, Abdul Qadir in particular, who's the fixer out in Syria at the moment for a lot of filmmakers. They go to him, and not only is he potentially kind of a great filmmaker with great kind of journalistic integrity, but also a kind of guardian angel. So this also goes out to him and his team as well. Thank you very much.
Well, Marcel has made many people in this room look very good because of the exceptional footage that he's been able to bring many of us. And he speaks to the power of the freelance. He's actually amazing because he's a stills photographer. And that you can see in the way he composes his pictures, that he composes a still and then allows it to live. It's an amazing, amazing thing. Just one other thing, I mean, amazingly, there are 6 empty seats only in this entire room, and there are 3 people standing. I'd love you to sit down. You could be you could be an VIP if you like, really.